Why didn't you prove that to the highest court of the land? Then you come to bring it here.
Wanderi, I'll just
you had an opportunity, Commissioner Wanderi. You had an opportunity.
Cecily.
No, you know, he's making some very, very clear, serious allegations.
Commissioner.
And the question is, why were you unable to prove that what you're saying right now before the Supreme Court? That was your moment. That was your moment as commissioners.
Excuse me.
Then you bring it here where we cannot verify what you're saying.
Can I, but Chairman.
Just hold on. I beg of you, relax. Just relax. That's why I'm asking you to relax. Yeah? Once you are relaxed, take your time, listen to the question being put to you. Don't start answering a question before it has even been put to you. That way you will save us a lot of time. Because you're interjecting, you don't even hear the question you are being asked, you answer a different question, and it clearly looks now like there is a narrative, as you are denying, you want to push. So I will plead with you, be patient. We have been very patient with you. Be patient and listen to the questions being put to you. Omogeni asked you a question. Cecily was in the verge of asking you a question. You keep interrupting. Allow her to finish. Cecily, just finish. Sorry.
Chair, mine is a simple concern. He's come before this committee. They were party to the petition that was before the Supreme Court. Did you prove to the Supreme Court that there was a variance between what was verified in Form 34B and what the chairman tallied? Were you able to prove what you're saying here before the Supreme Court?
Chair, we have.
I hope it's a question you're asking, yes, not answering.
It's a question I'm asking, and it speaks to the question I asked you. You know, we have the decision of the Supreme Court, okay? And if you read paragraph 55, on the issue of tally, this is what the Supreme Court says, that the chairperson on his part did not make matters any better by maintaining a stoic silence, even as things appeared to be falling apart. And I asked you a simple question, which I want you to confirm and explain to us, that did you participate in the tally?
Just hold on. Just note that question.
That's the only explanation I wanted from you. After that, I'll be at peace.
So you'll answer that. My other question was, so that you answer them together, in relation to what you had been asked earlier. You aver that you never participated in the tallying. The forms have been verified on the floor under your supervision and other commissioners and Iebc'S staff by party agents. They are satisfied, you go announce, and where they are dissatisfied, there was an appellate mechanism where you go and question. When all those forms were verified and you announce, then they go to the corner where they are being now tallied. The straight question we asked was, one, do you have a single incident where a form was verified on the floor, confirmed by party agents to be the results as announced at the polling stations, because the party agents were confirming against their agents' results? They confirm it, you announce, for instance, or Commissioner Ishongo announces, the form goes to Chairman Chebukati for tallying, and from the final tally, or as the tally, because the tallies are there on the portal, you could identify that the forms uploaded on the portal being used for tallying are different from the form that was used to announce the results. Number two, and lastly, Commissioner Wanderi, it's not only the commission that was tallying. There were other institutions, including members of the Fourth Estate who were tallying, yes, and Kenyans all over, and other people, including election observers. Are you here today telling us that the country can only believe the Cherera 4 commissioners not everybody else who was in Bomas, not the election observers, not the Supreme Court. The country should only take Wanderi, Nyang'aya, Cherera, Masit as what they say is a gospel truth. Lastly, Commissioner Masit or Cherera, one of them said you are called greenhorns. I would want a confirmation from you as to whether that is true. You are greenhorns, whether you are referred to as greenhorns, and do you think you having been seen as greenhorns influence the other commissioners maybe to have the divisions that you have? Because that is what is important to this dialogue committee, to inform us on the process of appointing commissioners. We are not here to reevaluate or to reevaluate the Supreme Court decision or other state organs' decisions. We are here to look for solutions. Do you think the manner through which the four of you are appointed as commissioners had a bearing to the divisions that ended up with the commission? That, to me, is what would be guiding and helping this commission. So that next, when we appoint a new commission, we must know how do we appoint a commission that will not end up being dysfunctional, as you are telling us yours was.
Thank you. Just very finally, can you also just confirm, for record purposes, that even though you are party to the announcement of results as verified, okay, you had no capacity to know whether what you announced ended up in the final tally, okay, upon handling by the chairperson of the commission, upon exclusive handling by the chairperson of the commission. Okay. Yes.
Can I answer first and foremost?
Yeah, go ahead now and answer those ones.
Okay. Yeah. First and foremost, I want to answer the question.
Okay.
Yes. No, please let's also have some time. I want to confirm, contrary to the Constitution and the Election Act, the commissioners, particularly the four of us, were not involved in the tally. That is simple. And therefore, we cannot be able to say that what we announced was the same that was in the final tally.
Fair enough, Commissioner, since you also did clarify that it is not practical for all commissioners to do that work themselves.
So,
fair enough.
Not finished. I want to answer Mheshimiwa Ishungwa. We are really here to help. We are really here to help in the Constitution and the IEBC in future.
Yes.
We are not here to justify what we did or to question what the Supreme Court decision. We are not, and we do not want to go that route. We are looking at the future and saying, arising out of what is happening here, we are going to have a better commission. And that is why he gave those recommendations. Included the recommendation that there should be a body, and we are looking at a Committee on Administration of Justice to be able to intervene wherever there are issues within a commission, because you get to a point where you cannot agree, all of you or some of you, and the issues are important, and they are important to the nation. So we are proposing that there has to be a body that can be able to do that. So,
we are winding up now?
Yes.
Please.
Mheshimiwa Mbarire, with due respect, we are not saying we were right and everybody else was wrong. We are just explaining the procedure the way it happened. Where there are flaws within that procedure, let the committee recommend the legal action to be taken. That's what we are here for. Where there are issues that need to be clarified, let the committee pick them up and be able to hear. Mheshimiwa Ishungwa, we are not going that route. We are here to assist this committee.
Okay.
Thank you, Wanderi.
Although he didn't answer my most pertinent issue
About
whether there was a single form
any variances
that was in variance with what the I mean, you're a commissioner. You also had access
Okay,
to the
allow
portal.
him
Let me answer
to.
that. I'm sorry.
And you don't. I don't know. Is also an answer.
I will be very brief. All the forms were selected to the chairman. No commissioner was having any form. And for that reason, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing to produce because the whole document, after we announced,
You do not know.
we do not know what
Very
happened
good.
after that. That is
Nyang'ai.
Commissioner Nyang'ai.
Yes, thank you very much. A lot has been covered by my colleagues, but I want to put something straight, very clear, about the CEO coming in and giving the chairman Chebukati a 3-page, I think it was a 3-page or a 4-page paper document. And he gives him, they didn't talk. He looked at this paper and he said, oh, we have a winner. And then we are now trying to see who is the winner. And then he says, it is the deputy president. He walks out of the boardroom, goes to his office, and comes back generously with documents for each one of us. That document was a summary of county data. It was not the result for 34C. 34C is the result. Now, looking at the document, and we asked, Mr. Chairman, how do I know when I actually...
Nyang'ai, with all due respect.
Let me finish, please, because this is important.
Let him finish.
Commissioner.
Yeah.
We did guide that we do not want to reopen the Supreme Court matter.
I agree, but you asked a question, sir.
Which is important.
It's a question that you want you to answer,
Yes.
not the process as it were. Because
and so
there are the things you said in your affidavits,
Maybe
were litigated in court. Please don't take
Maybe just summarize
But
that bit of Chebukati coming with things here.
Now that one. And so when now we thank you very much. And now then when we ask the question, what he said is this: the law gives me the responsibility to announce and declare results. And we said, but you can only do that from what we have verified. And we didn't actually know what had been verified. So he said, listen, people have been waiting the whole day.
You didn't know what had been tallied or verified.
We did not know what had been tallied.
Yeah, because verified was...
Yes, we didn't know. Because it is summarized in a county format, not constituency format as we had been announcing. And so it says, the law gives me the responsibility to go and declare results. And we asked, but Mr. Chairman, is this the commission result or this is your result? And he said, anybody who wants to work with me to declare results, follow me. And we are not children. And I realize that you did make a bit of a fuss around the word arrogance. So I am not going to use it. But that's how we felt. And Chebukati walked out and we were left because in the boardroom. And that's what I want to make very clear, that we were left in the boardroom. Amongst us, therefore, we say...
Allow me, Nyang'ai, now that you have gone into the details, was that before or after the National Security Advisory Council set foot in Bomas?
It was at 4:30. The National Security had come at about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
We had finished with...
And just also by way of follow-up, so by the time Chebukati walked out to go to to the main stage. That's what he was doing, isn't it? When he said, those who want to announce the results, follow me. So he was coming to the main auditorium.
I suspect that's what he was doing.
So between that time, the time he was just getting to the main auditorium to announce the results, that's the time you left for Serena? Oh, because that was great speed.
No, we stayed to consult. We said, what do we need to do right now? And we realized that we need to go and tell the country that we are not working together with Chebukati to the state to announce. So what then do we have to do? And we decided that we'll go to the press center, which is just out here. And we decided that we'll go there. And somebody said, no. Here, people will fight. It is dangerous. Can we go somewhere else? And we agreed that we'll go somewhere else.
Okay, just to be quick.
So
you left, Chebukati left you in the boardroom, he walked into the auditorium.
No, we don't know
where he went.
He left. He said, those who want to follow me, follow me.
Yeah.
You are left seated in the boardroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then as he announced, maybe that's when you went to Serena?
No. Because your announcement came before we were looking, there was a split screen.
The announcement came before Chebukati.
The time doesn't reconcile.
We were not in control of what Chebukati was doing after he had left the room.
Yes, but Chair.
Whether he had gone to the toilet or gone to the kitchen.
But Chair.
Yes.
These same commissioners who claim they have no idea what was being tallied, immediately the chairman said, those who want to announce the results with me, follow me. They don't know what has been tallied, quickly ran to Serena, and Cherera's words were that the votes have been, the announcement is 100.01%.
Which is 231.
Which is 142,000 votes more than what has been tallied. So they didn't know what has been tallied, but within the moment of leaving Bomas and getting to Serena, they already know what has been tallied. What a contradiction. People who know nothing suddenly know the figure, even including 0.01.
That's the first statement.
Let me correct
this. Maybe you've heard what Cecily is asking.
Let me correct this, because this is very, very important. We had the results of what Chebukati thought was the result, which was not the result. It was in county format. It did not tell anybody and us that Muranga, for example, that we had announced was this, because it was subsumed into a county format. When you are talking about Mheshimiwa Mbarire,
county format, you mean the aggregate of the votes at the county level?
At the county, not at the constituency.
Not at the constituency.
And Form 34C is all about constituency.
So let me ask, are you saying that you never populated the results per constituency in Form C?
No, we didn't.
You never?
What was given to us was on the county. We never did that.
You confirm.
We were hoping that we'll get that.
So as we speak today, can I get it clear? As we speak today, do we have Form 34C that has results from 290 constituencies?
We have never seen that. We never saw it on the day that Chebukati brought the results.
Yeah. You have not seen good answer.
But let me
just pick it up from there as you go back to Cecily. Were those matters canvassed in your affidavits at the Supreme Court?
Yes, they were.
Thank you. And we did indicate we are not reopening the case. Answer says.
Yes, now, let me just answer. The 152 that you said, 142 that you said that we knew about, We did not. It is at the Supreme Court, after we had sat down, we sat down and computed that.
But
we never said...
But, you know, I have my
Commissioner
phone here.
Nyang'aya, that is
Chair,
absolutely not
Chair,
true.
on my phone, I have the video of your statement.
absolutely not true, Commissioner.
Serena. Cherera
Maybe you play it.
actually referred to the 100.01%, which he said translates into 140.
That was the second press conference.
And that,
Wanderi.
Whatever.
The first press conference.
that was the first day
Yes.
when you went to Selena.
Yes.
We said we will give a statement
Later.
tomorrow.
Yes.
That is a statement that contained what Mheshimiwa Mbarire is saying. All right?
Okay, Nyang'aya, please
And,
conclude.
Yes.
So,
Because at this rate we may
as I
never finish.
conclude,
Please.
as I conclude, we have goodwill for this committee and for the country. And we need to soberly examine all these things that people say, because it will come back and bite us one day. Because some of the statements that we are making may not be resonating with other people at this time. But for democracy, it is about the ballot box. By and by, we might actually not have ballot papers in the box, but we might actually have a human being in the box making decision on behalf of the people, because they have been given opportunity to unilaterally make those
Commissioner, there is one last question you didn't answer. The mode, which I said is the most important thing for this dialogue committee. Do you think the mode of your appointment had anything to do with the dysfunctional nature of the commission that you served in?
Yes, I want to say and answer it in this way. Kriegler report did say that commissioners needs to be selected 2 years before. We were only selected 8 or 9 months before the elections. That way, we had found that many things had been done, and when we walked in, it is as if we are an interference.
So you feel the manner in which you are appointed had a bearing as to the workings of your commission, hence you being called greenhorns, feeling you are left out, and you think the country should follow the Kriegler recommendations in that light?
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman.
But Wanderi also thinks, just a minute, Commissioner. Wanderi also thinks that the executive commissioners, against the recommendations of the Kriegler Commission, is also a good thing?
Yes.
And is a direct question.
Yes, it's a good thing.
You think we should have executive commissioners?
I think so.
At least a chair and the vice chair, the way you put it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is there a chance, Chair, also, and let's, we be honest, because we want to make things better, that whoever appointed you or proposed your name influenced the decisions you made in that commission. And therefore, the division that was there, because all these people came from somewhere, proposed by certain politicians.
Maybe any one of you can answer that question.
That really helps us in the way forward for the commission.
I can go.
Wanderi, let us allow, is that...
Does the current system allow for politicians to appoint people?
No, that's what I was going to say.
I thought you applied.
Allow...
In paper, it doesn't. In practice, in the last four commissioners were actually appointees through certain politicians. That's a fact.
In actual fact, Commissioner Wanderi, and I will allow Commissioner Wanderi, then Commissioner Masit to close in answering that question, and I would want you to draw reference to the High Court decision that invalidated the manner in which you are appointed by having the Parliamentary Service Commission having 4 panelists, and it was largely felt that it was unconstitutional by the court. The court declared that particular act that led to your appointment as having been unconstitutional and said it was unfair for one institution to appoint 4 panelists. And that's why I asked you that particular question. And it's also common knowledge that then it was only 2 political players that participated in that process.
Can I say that the perception...
Hold on, Masit. Allow Wanderi 1 minute, then we'll close with you 1 minute.
I want to say this is perception. I attended an interview and I qualified for the position of the commissioner. I was not aware there were politicians that were behind that.
Correct.
Therefore, if there is anything that this committee can recommend which can clear that perception for future, we are agreeable.
Okay. Thank you.
Part of it is what we are doing, Commissioner, I can assure you. I would have asked you how you are related to Honorable Kanini Kega.
We are not related at all.
Let's avoid that food.
Let's also, Chair, before Commissioner Masit says anything, if we really want to help this country...
Hold on, Masit.
If we really want to help this country, we must be true to what we do, and we must face the facts. The facts are commissioners were proposed by certain politicians. If I was asked to substantiate, unfortunately, I don't want to go that route, I would. And they know the truth, except they want us to believe they just found themselves on a table for interview. And so if we want to help the future, we must stop politicizing the Iebc'S Commission by making sure the people who go there do not go there to protect the interests of certain politicians.
We hear you, Governor says, and that's why I cautioned Commissioner Wanderi that indeed the High Court agreed in the case filed by Omtata that the process through which you appointed was unconstitutional because one institution was overbearing over all other stakeholders in an electoral process. Commissioner Masit, you are closing for us in half a minute.
Thank you.
And I hope it's to answer a question, not a lecture.
Yes, I want to talk on the issue of appointment, and I want to say for record that I'm a career public servant. I served in CKRC as deputy member. I served in Iebc'S for Wanderi.
And the CDF board.
And I was also a director at CDF and now as a commissioner. So I want to say I was qualified for the job. I was not pushed by anybody, but I did an interview and qualified like anybody. That's why I was taken to court.
Thank you very much.
I've been able to choose me that time to say that I was an Udamon just because I came from this.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Chair,
yes.
In finalizing, I want us to say that the procedure was standing, announcing, and then verification, and then declaration. So, announcing came before verification and declaration of results. So that's where we missed verification, but declaration was the chairman. And finally, on the issue of Ruto, I think Ruto should be called. He said some commissioners went to meetings, and he mentioned names.
Okay.
So I think also that issue should
Thank you, Commissioner Masit.
Thank you very much.
We wish you all the best. Asante. I think we close it there.
Yes, I think now we shall excuse you, commissioners, Wanderi and Nyang'aya.
Do we take lunch?
I must confess that Nyang'aya is a personal
Plans
friend.
of governors.
Okay,
I'm a personal
let's bring in the Council of Governors.
COG. Thank you very
COG.
much, Cherera and
Yes, if you have any documents you would want to leave with us, we will be happy. And if you want to make any further submissions in writing, we are also happy to receive, including Commissioner Masit and Commissioner Cherera. We have Omar. We have agreed, Senator Mugeni, because of the time we have taken with Iebc'S, we will step down Kipra. We finish with the Council of Governors. On Monday, we shall have...
Now, can we have order?
Please,
Nyang'aya and Wanderi.
Please excuse us so that we're able to continue.
I know you're very popular people, but for now, allow us to
continue with the meeting.
continue with our work.
We have finished with you, but we are here to finish with our work. Members, I was just bringing up to speed after consultation with the co-chair. We had on Monday individual members of parliament who had wanted to appear. We have proposed that we stand them down since we have not also allowed other individual Kenyans to appear, except the ones we identified in the beginning, to the Attorney General Emeritus and the others. So we have asked the Secretary, we step down this if you're in agreement.